What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today, y'all know what today is? Uh, day. Oh, somebody. Boy, these people just put some stuff on my feed right quick. The day is live. It's Friday. It's Thursday. It's Baby Friday. Because we not aired on Friday, we always consider this our Baby Friday, and we got some stuff to talk about today. I can't wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get my groups and all of them. Let me get those people notified that we're in the building. Let me see. One of those people on them groups appreciate that we be sending this information out for them. But what's up, everybody? King Sticks, what's up? What's up, Daryl Anderson? Hold on, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Let me get I know I had it on mute, but I'm sharing it right now. Let's see what else I got. Got to go to YouTube, and I'm gonna share it from over there. I go to YouTube and I hit that button, then I share it from YouTube, and just let people know, hey man, we on right now. What did things say share? Oh, there it is. Okay, share it over to Twitter. Then I post it on Twitter. Then what I do, I go to my Twitter on both and go to not just my personal one. I go to the Chop Shop Twitter, and I share it over there too. I do this every day because sometimes people come and say, "Hey man, uh, what's up, Hey man, I meant to call you this morning, man. I needed you this morning, K. Allen, but I took care of it. But I'm gonna call you after. I got something for you. What's up, We Fall? What's up, That is Moody? What's up, Kevin Allen? What's up, King Sticks and Daryl Anderson and Rod Wells? All my guys. Yes, it's gonna be one of them days. I guess we just having them. You know what? We've been really just having a good time with this Black History Month. We've just been having a great time. People been calling me and just texting me, and people sending me Black History Month facts, and what happened is I have to study the fact and make sure and see how to tie it in with the show. I just don't want a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, if y'all notice, I always try to tie stuff in, trying to tie it in, try to weave it in. I'm gonna weave. I told you I'm a conductor. Derek Holcomb over there playing the flute, and Rod Wells playing the oboe, and Thaddeus Moody playing the drums, and Brandon Weefall playing the trumpet, and Kevin Allen playing the bass. I mean, everybody playing. And so my job is to be the conductor and say, okay, all right, let's get it right. Let's get it sounding pretty good. So I like that butter. Is anybody excited about the Super Bowl? Because y'all ain't been talking about it. I've been watching y'all, and my people who've been watching the show and been watching the comments, nobody been talking about the Super Bowl. Is there a reason why? They might talk about it on other shows, but this Chop Shop is such a new, unique place. We just talk about what we want to talk about. We have a choice of, do we want to talk about what's trending, or do we talk about what's not trending and need to be talked about? That's the uniqueness of this show that I really, 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 really just love. Because we can sit up here and talk about whatever. Giannis ain't going nowhere. I kind of told y'all that a little bit. Giannis ain't going nowhere, man. That young, you know what, man? That young guy, he different. And other people gonna talk about him. You know, they talk about him. You know, but he just different, man. Uh, he liked that city and what that city has done for him. He don't want to leave that. He care what people think about him. You know, and I think that's a great trait. Uh, you know, because you know some people don't care, man. I do whatever I want to, man. You know, you know how people are. And but you know, he different. I love that. That is Moody said we deal with the messages, intersections in life and sports. We really do. We sit there in this intersection, y'all. Derek Hogan know he got something to say today. Derek Hogan, what you got to say today? Rod Wells know he got something. But you know what? You know what I'm learning about some of y'all though? Some of y'all be playing like double dutch. Y'all want to get in, but y'all don't want to get in. Y'all don't understand. It's a secret. And I know some of y'all say, and y'all got some valid points and some valid opinions. I don't want you to not have your opinions, but I listen, think about this. I don't mind when y'all disagree with me. That's what people don't understand about me. I don't mind if you don't disagree with me, but some of y'all get mad when I disagree with y'all. But I don't mind. And it's funny. I really don't mind when you disagree with me. I kind of like it. That's why I talk about I keep talking to you. Y'all ain't figured this thing out yet, man. It's a unique dynamic because all I'm trying to do, Harold Tillman, all I'm trying to do, Brian Boatwright, when you say something, I want to know a little bit more. And then some people who can't explain more, they just back off and don't come in no more. But I want you to go a little further. You feel me? I like this. I love an intellectual joust. I love it. I love to go back and forth. You know, I'm sitting up here looking at the Bulls. That is Moody. Don't nobody want the Bulls. Don't want none of y'all old players. They trade your little old guy, the little guard you like, the sumo to the Wolves. Um, the Knicks got Alvarado, the point guard. That's a good pickup for the Knicks. Then the Lakers are trying Luke Kennard from the Hawks. I'm just looking, y'all. Okay. Okay. A few little things happen in the news. Few little things. Hey yo, Ayo, that's the name. Ayo. I know you love Ayo. They done shipped him right out of town. Eric Boone, you supposed to be playing golf today, man. You listening to the show. Put it on blast so everybody on the golf course can hear. Put it on your speaker. Like you do when I be on the tee box. Hey, that's me and his. That's me and his. But the Super Bowl, nobody talking about. Nobody still. Tell me why y'all ain't just no. Okay, I know y'all don't like the Super Bowl. Tell me why y'all don't even want to talk about it. Why aren't y'all commenting about it? Who is y'all? Out there this move. Oh, Colin Sexton went to Chicago. Colin Sexton gonna get his head tore off in Chicago up there talking crazy to them folk. Um, boom. Nobody interested in the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody going to no Super Bowl party. Ain't nobody. Come on, man. I'm not gonna let y'all off the hook. Y'all about to make me mad right now. Somebody got to like the Super Bowl. Somebody get, hey y'all, y'all can't wait. I can't wait till y'all. Anthony Lawrence collection done it again. They done it again. They done restocked the collector's items, the older the items that the special order items. They done restocked them. Y'all can order some stuff that y'all boy. I'm sure tell you. I got some bits and pieces. I said, I got some stuff for y'all. He said, I need my squares here. That's all. Okay. Brian Boatwright. Boone say he going for the Seahawks. Me too. I'm going for the Seahawks. I don't give a fat rat's behind about them other guys. He said, I'm headed to San Francisco to meet my former player and parent tonight. Good. I wish I can go with. All I can tell you, if I wasn't on the plane in the morning going to Tallahassee, I'll be right there with you, Father. I would have been there all week, Father. I should have been there all week. That is Moody. Kevin Sampson. Okay, Twan said, Kevin Sampson, we're gonna talk about that. He said, and since Twan said it, Twan want to talk about it, we're gonna do what Mr. Twan said. Twan, watch this.
Outside the program, you can think what you want. You don't know unless you're inside the program. But I never thought Mercy would leave. But I'm around him every day, though, so I have an advantage. And I recruit him and I coach him. But it was a big deal that he came back. It was a big deal for Chase, that Chase came back. Ramon came back. Sid came back. Jacob came back. All our guys come back. And so that helps us. Now we participate in the NIL just like everybody else. We know what our kids' market value is. I mean, trust me, they're not starving here. They're getting exactly what the market is for them. But we have a very poor athletic department. We're poor. We're poor when I got here, and we're still poor. We probably have the lowest budget of anybody in Power 4. And the way our recruiting is going, we have to stop at some point because we don't have enough money to keep bringing in really good players. And that's not easy for us to do. People ask about recruiting. Teams that have the best recruiting classes usually have the most money. That's the way it is today. We know, we signed Akena and Erfan early. A lot of these kids we have will come back, but who knows what else we'll sign. Depends on how much money we have. It's not about who do we want to sign, it's who can we afford to sign. And even though we've been doing this NIL thing, it still feels funny for me to even say that. It's like a culture shock that's coming out of my mouth. Because for so many years it's illegal to do that. But it's legal now. That's why they call it NIL. Now it's legal.
Last question, we got a Christian.
NIL, now it's legal. Wow. No, Mercy Miller hadn't left. He just talked about Mercy came back. Because a lot of people was talking about Mercy because Mercy wasn't playing. But then Mercy can play, but Mercy ain't no great player, y'all. But he all right. Right now. Could he be? But right now, I ain't coming to no game talking about man, he got a dude on that bitch. I just hope he don't get in the game named Mercy Miller. I hope he don't get in the game. No. Made a couple of great moves last night. Ladies and gentlemen, I went to U of H game last night. I did not go to the high school game, and I'm glad I did because the high school game was a dud. Atascocita, and I would have wasted my time going way out there, y'all. I would have been turbulent. That's why you always go where you're supposed to go. I'd have wasted my time going way out there a place that I did not want to go to, and North Shore lay an egg like that. And they was neck and neck, tied 25-25 at halftime. Then they come right out of the high and scored 7 straight unanswered points. They called a timeout and I turned it off because I was at the U of H game and I just put it on my phone so I can see the game. And I would have been very, very disappointed if I had went all the way out to North Shore into that game. I would have. I am so glad because I saw something, man. Man, U of H, man. U of H, man, they got something going on, man. Uh, them kids are coaching each other and talking. That Kingston Flemings, that Ramon Walker. Man, every team need a Ramon Walker, man. I tweeted, y'all know I don't tweet much, but I tweeted it last night. A dude, man, he come off the bench, got a key rebound, and went right back to the bench. And was still in the flow and still encouraging everybody. Y'all, that ain't no, you don't find too many players like that. Seven Lakes is 30-0. Okay. Seven Lakes is 30-0. That means a lot of teams is just not that good. Don't tell me they done beat 30 good teams. How many teams were good? Since Antoine, you want to put it on the screen. How many teams that were good? How to remember I mentioned him in the beginning of the season on the show. Yeah. That's a good one. Mo City Finest. Fatita not helping out. See, I'm gonna talk about that. I'm glad Mo City Finest. I'm finna hit that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. Y'all, we gonna talk about that. I'm gonna find a way. Thank you, Mo City Finest. Thank you for the comment. I'm gonna leave that comment because I'm gonna come back to that. I'm coming back to that. Okay. Ramon Walker, yes. He'll come. Hold up, somebody. Hold on. Somebody just sent me that. Wait a minute. Yeah, because y'all talking about the Tosca. Seven Lakes. Somebody pushed that up there. Seven Lakes is 30-0. How many? Like when you come and tell me, my son had 30 points tonight. You know what I'm asking? How many was college buckets? Oh, it says Seven Lakes. Oh, they beat a team last night that laid down. Somebody told me their best player didn't even play. I don't know whose best player. Seven Lakes' best player didn't play. Nas Price didn't play. I don't know. Y'all know Seven Lakes played about 2 or 3 good teams. Somebody just told me. See what I'm talking about? So don't put no damn 30-0 up there. It might sound good to you, but somebody just told me they ain't played but 2 or 3 good teams. So come on, Antoine. You must be a Seven Lakes dad. Ivan Petty. Y'all, I'm noticing y'all not talking about the Super Bowl. Barry McDonald, y'all not talking about the Super Bowl. And I just wonder why. But I had a great time, man. U of H, man. U of H, yes. That man, I just love U of H. I just love him. And but let's talk about what Coach said. Coach said they ain't got no money, right? Coach Sampson there. Did I put that in? Coach says ain't no money. Let me see. When that Coach Sampson said this, right? U of H. So he said we have a poor athletic department. We're poor. the way our recruiting is going, we have to stop at some point because we don't have enough money. It's not about who we won't sign, it's about who we can afford to sign. Barry is about to get good. And Barry, my main man, Mo City. Let me put it on here in case you're listening on your cell phone. My main man, Mo City said, hold on, what Mo City say? Where Mo City at? Let me put him back up there. He said, for Tita not helping out? What y'all think about that? What if Fatita is the only one that's helping? Fatita can't do everything. Fatita just can't, just cause you're rich, don't mean you can do everything. Where did he go to college, Kevin Freeman? Y'all, this is what's going on in college basketball right now. Everybody want to cry Pope. Because you got to play the players now. And I'm trying to see where I want to go with this one. Trying to see. Well, Rob want to go with this one. Because old Rob tried to, hit the wrong button. Hold on. I'm just trying to, Auburn, okay. I'm just trying to, you have to raise money every year. Who is my man? Who said that? I have to raise money every year. Most city finals. Every year. One of my great friends kept calling me, now I understand what I understand. Y'all remember early in the season when I told y'all, I said, some university gonna have a whole lot of money to spend on all these guys, and then some are not. And just who can just, get the most bang for their buck. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. That don't mean you're not a good coach. Just mean some of them you couldn't have the right money, and then sometimes you paid the money. As in Memphis case, you paid the money to some guys. They can't play that good. And I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm gaining information for y'all. Somebody said, to tell the truth, before they were paying players, the coach's salary were going up for 30 years. Now they complaining about the money. Yeah, nobody said that. He said about his salary. But maybe he's just trying to get more people to give, which is a good thing. He said, I think they get it from him where all the other big don't. You see what y'all don't understand, man? People might have money, they just don't want to give it to them. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Give you a perfect example. I'm passing down the street, I saw Cane's, the chicken place, got a sign said they're the proud supporter of U of H. But French's ain't got no sign say they the finest, they are a supporter of TSU. They're gonna make me stop eating their damn chicken. Did anybody get what I just said? Did anybody get it? See, y'all, I don't want to sound like the old man on the lawn. I'm just trying to give y'all this information, y'all. I just passed by the street. I just passed by Canes and I saw it. I said, but French's ain't a sign nowhere at U of H saying French's done gave U of H a quarter. And they might have. I just ain't seen the sign. You follow me? But it brings me back because I was thinking about some old Uncle Luke. You know, I don't agree. You know, what's Pop? What's the boy? Luke, Uncle Luke used to sing all them old crazy songs. Pop, all that kind of stuff. Right? But like some friends of mine be talking about Robert, why don't our kids go to HBCUs? I've been singing this Kevin Freitman know for 9 years. I've been singing these praises, right? Father, they not a silent partner, and they ain't giving. I'm telling you, they ain't giving nothing. Okay? All right. It ain't, don't come with you. You're not, I'm gonna help you. I was trying to not be so harsh. They ain't giving nothing. They ain't giving. But all of our kids from TSU, Bob, is walking distance. And I know they always going over there, supporting them and keeping French's in business for years. But if you go into the HP&E arena, I've never seen a French's banner. But Robert, why don't our kids go to HBCUs? And I agree with him. Kevin Freitman, you can attest for 9 years I've been talking about kids going to HBCUs. Even before, listen to y'all, even before 4 years ago, I started calling. So don't think I just did that because I called the games. I did that. 9 years. Kevin Freitman, he was there. Our kids should go to HBCUs. HBCUs influence everything. I see the numbers, ladies and gentlemen, that Black people are $1 trillion set of people every year into this economy. $1 trillion Black people. Go look it up. Make sure I'm right. Because I want to be right. Look up what is the economic impact of African Americans in this country. And you might find that number. We are $1 trillion spending group of people in the United States of America. We spend over $1 trillion per year. But when it comes to our historically Black colleges, we don't give back. We think because we buy a ticket to the game, that ticket is sufficient to generate a whole athletic department. No. It's through donors. It's through alumni. It's through boosters. Do we have booster clubs and alumni, watch this, set up the proper way? I guess not. Do y'all realize that we can, remember I said we spent $1 trillion now. I got to keep coming back to that. We spent $1 trillion. Do you realize we can have the same type of facilities that a PWI have if you donate? See, everybody working like my man. What he said a minute ago? What my man said a minute ago? What's it? Let me go find it. See, this is our damn problem right here. This is our problem right here, Mosey. Fatita not helping out. Ain't but one freaking Fatita. It's millions of us. We trying to wait on one Fatita to do something. We can have the same state-of-the-art stadium like the PWIs, y'all, if you donate. I'm talking about all of us. I'm talking about all of us that's spending that $1 trillion. We can have the same kind of TV contracts like the PWIs. If you donate to the facilities, then the players gonna come. We can compete with every school with NIL. If you donate to the collectives, ladies and gentlemen, it's just that simple. Everyone wants to complain about why these young black men and women are going to these white universities. And then they are losing themselves when they go because of the culture of these schools. But they feel they benefit because they get to display their talents on national TV. And they don't mean, and that don't mean they're gonna get drafted just because you're on national TV. There's a young man that's going that tore up the Senior Bowl last week. Tore it up down there. Finna get drafted, make more. He came from a D3, ladies and gentlemen. There's a young man getting ready to play in the Super Bowl from FAMU. Look it up, Floyd. I didn't get his name. He gonna play in the Super Bowl from FAMU. Ladies and gentlemen, FAMU got 4 guys in the NFL played this year. Shout out to Willie Simmons. They'll find you. But it's very important, y'all, that you support these universities. Let us have these same facilities. Give TSU them same facilities that U of H got. Give TSU, give Prairie View that same stuff that A&M got up there. Somebody said, I have a question. Do you think some black alums get upset when they see a black college president that's under fire about money? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to hear that. I get sick of this stupid ass cop out right here. This is a cop out. I get sick of it. Those other colleges are mismanaging money too. Ohio State, Michigan, they mismanaging money too. I get so sick of that. What the church doing with the money? Your job is to give. Don't worry about what you give because who you are and who you believe. What they do with it is that's on them. Because your little piece of ass money that they giving, it ain't going to change nothing anyway. But collectively. So do me a favor, let's give so much that their ass can't misappropriate it because it's so damn much. They ain't never said that before. I just thought that. So let's give so much, Ed Harris, that they got too much. It's just too much money to misappropriate. Nobody never said that, have it. I know it. Let's give so much that I don't care what the president can't steal this much money. We gave it so much. Now, every college needs to have check and balances. And that's what they're doing right now at TSU. You got to dot your I's and cross your T's, man. And all of you presidents that's coming to these HBCUs, don't bring your slimy ass down here trying to take advantage of them with your rotten asses. Yeah, I said it. I'm like Sylvia Dubois. Got to get yesterday's show. It's important to give to these universities, man. Let us have some of these facilities. Then maybe we don't have to send you don't have to send your kids over there. Let us have some NIL money. But if we get off of our behinds and do something about it, don't wait for somebody else to do it. Don't wait on Tillman Fertitta to do it. TSU, as many professionals they didn't put out, people don't understand, man. If all of them just gave a little something consistently, and hold up and make sure it goes someplace where it's accounted for. If you're scared that the president might steal the money, forget the president. It's I never forget. I learned this from Robert E. Smith when he gave that money to Cornell University. He said, this money is not for the whole university. This money, I'm giving y'all $60 million. This money is for young black. He didn't say of color, people of color, and what he said for young black computer scientists and STEM students to get in this school. And I don't want none of this money spent nowhere but there. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to build TSU a stadium and some new facilities. We don't want this money spent nowhere else. I don't care. Don't spend it for a paddleboard. Spend it right here. When you giving the money, you can tell them what to do. But we got to learn. Can't wait on people to do it, man. Can't wait. That kind of got me crunk. I just got crunk. Kevin Sampson. So if U of H having a problem, if U of H got a headache, that means we got the flu. TSU got the flu. I'm gonna just switch gears a minute because met this man. I don't know what year it was. He was at church, I couldn't believe he was there. I don't know who brought him to church. And I just went up there and said, man, I got to shake your hand, man. And he said, oh, come on, let's take a picture. Y'all, unlike other people, ladies and gentlemen, wherever I go, all my partners, they'll tell you, I don't care who it is. If y'all see me on a picture with somebody, it's dating acts. I ain't asking. What I do is try to put myself in a position where, hey, maybe they might want to ask me. I'm so serious about that. And the people around me know that's how I am. But he should take a picture. I didn't think the magnitude of the picture. I didn't think about it. A few years later, he died. And then I understood the magnitude of me meeting him. And right now, I'm remembering Calvin Pete, who overcame an allergy attack to win the 1985 Phoenix Open before winning the Players Championship later that spring. And Calvin Pete, who never played organized sports as a kid, dropped out of school in 8th grade to work with his dad in Florida, in the Florida cornfields, supporting a family that included 18 siblings. He first picked up a golf club at the age of 23, while selling jewelry and clothes from the back of his 56 Plymouth station wagon in Western New York. Pete was tricked into playing golf at first. His friends said that they were going to a clam bake, but he developed a quick knack for the game, breaking 80 within 6 months of breaking and par within a year. Y'all, that's unheard of. Some people God just said they can play this game. I know most people in the world, most people in the world don't break 100. Most people in the world don't break 90. This man broke 80 within 6 months and broke par, 70 within a year. Pete was never able to fully straighten his left arm out after falling out of a tree and breaking it in pieces when he was 12 years old. But the self-taught Calvin Pete adapted his golf swing accordingly with the help from Ben Hogan's instructional book. That's the first book I ever read. 5 Lessons. I didn't know that until today. Ben Hogan got this book called 5 Lessons, and he took 3 stabs at Q School before earning his tour card in 1975 at the age of 31. Now, y'all remember Calvin Pete is black. Pete's strength is in finding the fairway. Ladies and gentlemen, he led the tour in driving accuracy. He always hit the ball down the middle. For 10 years, he led the tour. Many people felt his childhood incident restricting his swing kept it on target and took the big miss out of Pete's game. Boy, I wish I had that ability. He took what made him different and made it his superpower. Listen, in over 1,200 rounds of golf, 1,218 holes, under pressure, he only hit one ball out of bounds. If any golfers know what I'm talking about right now, some of the people still drive farther than I do, he said. In 1983, he said, but I always find the fairway. And they somewhere in the trees. Pete also, he became the fourth black player to win on the PGA Tour, joining pioneers like Pete Brown, Charlie Sifford, and Lee Elder. Among his 12 tour wins were the 1985 Waste Management Open. It's being played this week. That's why I'm commemorated. It's playing this week in Phoenix, Arizona. Where he relied on longtime caddy Adolphus Golf Ball Hull, his dude named Golf Ball, to read the putts and pick the clubs in the third round where his allergies caused trouble with his eyesight. Couldn't even see and still won. Pete grinded out an 72 hole that day and sealed the deal in the final round with a 68 in a week that marked the Phoenix Open's 50th anniversary. Pete said, really, I felt that it was not going to be, I was not going to be able to play, he said in that victory. He said the irritation that I was suffering from yesterday was very painful all day long. It eased up, but it was a very slow process. As he always did, Pete fought through. Calvin Pete was a fixture in the junior golf tournaments for a while, when he retired. Very approachable guy, people say. His daughters competed, so he's always there to support them. But shout out to Calvin Pete. I had to tell this story, man. Just amazing. When I think about some of this stuff that we go through, and got another one for y'all. I got some, trying to find it, that I wanted to share with y'all. It's in here. See, sometimes I have so much and I don't get to it, so it just gets behind everything else. But this is a unique story because a long time ago, let me see, let me just put his name in here. I came across this article. Let me see, can I find it right now? Came across this article. It kind of really just kind of changed my thinking. It really changed my thinking. This article called Bold, Black, and Brilliant: The Unsung Heroes of the Civil Rights Movement. Right? But I want to share some with y'all. Let me see what day. It was 2016. I came across it, 2016. Give me 1 second. I'll put that in there. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay. Here we go. Because it was MLK birthday and I was supposed to give y'all this information. And I'm probably for the rest of the year be probably giving you information like this because I wish I had known it sooner. And y'all got to understand, I'm not just giving it to you, I'm giving it to whoever gonna watch this in the future. Okay, so sometimes Michael Garcia, you had to bear with me. I read that article, right? 2016. An article was talking about bold, black, and brilliant unsung heroes of the national of the civil rights movement, and they just went through names that I had never heard of. One name was Nanny Helen Burroughs, right, from Orange County, Virginia. What did she do? Let y'all hold on. Let me read a little bit about her. She was born, dad was John, mama named Jeannie, both former slaves. Her father died when she was 5. Mother died when her sister's mother died also, but they always wanted their kids to get a quality education, not else known about the early years of her, but the fact that she was a above average student, but she was not college educated, but she pursued work as a teacher, albeit without much luck, which she attributed to her dark skin. She eventually found work as an editor for the Christian Banner in Pennsylvania, and later was the secretary to the Baptist Church in Louisville. In 1907, Burroughs, who supported the National Baptist Convention, began creating a trade school for Black high school and junior college-age girls. The school was called the National Training School for Women and Girls, with a motto of, "We specialize in the wholly impossible," a testament to Burroughs' belief in educating those who, those who wanted to be educated. So, I mean, she was well known for public speaking. She also penned this article, 12 Things White People Must Stop Doing to the Negro. I mean, she was, a lot of people probably haven't heard of this lady before. Nanny Helen Burroughs. Ella Baker, bad sister. I can't even tell you everything she done. Who else they had in this article? Pauli Murray. Pauli Murray, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all remember when my man Thurgood Marshall and all them guys was fighting Supreme Court on the Brown versus the Board of Educations and all that kind of stuff. Pauli Murray was the ones that gave them the arguments. They don't talk about her though much because she was she was one of them LGBT community people. So they don't talk about her that much. But she was the one in school. They went to Howard Law School. She was the one that everybody was saying, bad Mama Jam. I'm gonna talk about her one day. Pauli Murray, unsung hero. Bayard Rustin. I'm gonna talk about him in a minute. Unsung hero. Fannie Lou Hamer. Y'all know I didn't put her up on the screen before. And Claudette Colvin, we talked about her last week. But this how I know Fred Hampton, great young man. Who else we have? Angela Davis. A lot of people don't talk about her, but when I grew up, I remember her in the afro. Who else? So when I read that article, and then somebody asked me the question, Robert, who taught MLK nonviolence? Robert, who co-founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference? Robert, who organized the March on Washington in only 8 weeks? The same person, and you probably never heard of him. All of these, he taught Martin Luther King nonviolence. He co-founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. He organized the March on Washington where Martin Luther King spoke at. He didn't even speak at his own damn march that he put together in 8 weeks. And that same person, a lot of people haven't never heard of him, but he is worth celebrating and a great example of how to think about realizing a historical vision. There are people who have built remarkable things even in the dark. Bayard Rustin traveled to India to study Gandhi. If you don't know who Gandhi is, you got to Google that. He became the architect of the modern civil rights movement. And then history forgot him. But let's break down what we can learn from realizing a vision. Number one, y'all got to get this. Number one, know the difference between, y'all got to get this, ladies and gentlemen. I got to put this on wax. Y'all just give me a second. My young people, number one, know the difference between builders and messengers. Know the difference between builders, somebody who built something, and somebody who's a messenger for something. When Martin Luther King was 26 years old, pastoring and leading the Montgomery boycott, Rustin showed up and taught him Gandhi's resistance from the ground up. Also, this 26-year-old man had read the book Marching Blacks by Adam Clayton Powell, that Adam Clayton Powell penned and wrote in 1944, 20 years before this. Rustin showed up and helped him. And then proposed the organization that would later become the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. That's the base that Martin Luther King became famous and came impactful in. Rustin knew he was a builder, and King knew he was a messenger. God! Boy, y'all, I'm learning something myself. Y'all just let me talk for a minute, because I'm learning something. Rustin knew, Paul Miranda knew he was the builder. Trey Phillips knew he was the messenger. Eric Harrison knew he was the point guard. Big Coach knew he was the power forward. They knew their roles. Michael Garcia, you knew your role. They know their roles. He's got five. You can tell this story to your players. They knew their roles. Ed Harris, you can tell it to your players. These people knew their roles. Antoine, these people knew their roles. I'm waiting on somebody to comment. I'm going down the line. Odyssey, these people knew their roles. Kevin Freightman, these people knew their roles. Ivan Pettit, Barry McDonald, these people knew their roles. Dane, these people knew their roles. Everybody can't hit all the points. Somebody got to get the rebounds. Somebody got to make the assists. Thank you, Paul. Putting that up there, Paul. Thank you, Paul. See, the stuff I'm telling you, you can use in any part of your life. At work. She get all the good, that's her role. Coach, Robert shooting all the shots. Did he miss any? Yeah. Well, consider every one of his misses a pass to you and go get the damn rebound. That's your role. Rustin knew he was the builder and King knew he was the messenger. Neither tried to be the other. How many people, anybody been told this particular story the way I'm telling? Both understood that visions were required from both of them. Teams fail, coaches, when people don't know their role, or even worse, when they don't value the role that they didn't get. Oh, that was a good one. Somebody just text. Good afternoon. My name is. Okay. I got you. I got you. Can I repeat that again? See, I told you I'm gonna tie this stuff in. Teams fail when people don't know their roles, and even worse, Trey Phillips, when they don't value the roles that they didn't get. Trey Phillips, I know you're gonna use that this summer. Eric Harrison, you're gonna use that. You and your wife gonna incorporate that in some what you doing over there. Fob, you coaching them kids this weekend, tonight, probably. No, you leaving out there, but when you get back? Antoine, I hope you coaching somewhere. Kevin Freeman, I'm just Barry McDonald. I don't know. Yo. Golly, I didn't know. Yo, I've been wanting to give y'all this since Martin Luther King's birthday. But everything been talked. I'm giving it to you today. But guess what? Guess what? I'm going to pause right there. Because I'm going to come and talk about another great team. Then I'm going to get back to something in here. And that team is these people right here. Not him. The Anthony Lawrence complexion. This is a team. Eric, this is a team. It takes a team. It takes this design team. Then it takes a printing team. And then it takes somebody who to ship it out. Then it takes somebody for accounting. This is a team. Everybody have to know their role. And I give y'all this stuff hot off the press that this team gifted me, and they made me part of the team. So guess what? I get to bring this to you. Restock available. You can pre-order this type of stuff right now. And hold up, the Chicago, not Chicago, Colorado stuff up there, the Southern U stuff. Boy, if I went to Southern U and the TSU, they mentioned the TSU cardigan coming soon. But let me just take you for it. Let me just give you a couple of things, y'all. Let me just give you a couple of things. Look, just let me make it bigger for you, in case you can't see. In case you can't see. For your school. You can pre-order this. What King Sticks at? Try to pre-order it for TSU. I mean for Prairie View. Watch this. That man said great ad. He like how I segue to that. Watch this. I got some of them with Memphis on it. Everybody asks me where I get them shorts. I be scared to wear them because the way people be looking at them. Hold up. All you baseball lovers. Look at that. This is the Anthony Lawrence collection. You can pre-order that. Hold on. No, I'm not done. Hold on. I ain't got to say nothing about that. I'm not done. Let me get out of there. I'm not done. Y'all think I'll be playing? Then look at her. I say the best for last. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of work that this team is bringing us every single day. Anthony Lawrence collection. Go to their site, pre-order one of those things. If you got any questions about it, ask me on the screen or email me at chopshophtx@gmail.com, and I'll send you more information about the Anthony Lawrence collection. They ain't playing, man. Nothing but the best for the best. I feel y'all are the best, so I'm making sure y'all tied with the best. So let me get back to Mr. Bayard Rustin, because I'm not done. But I wanted the takeaway from what I was trying to get y'all to understand. Man, please don't mention them dancing dolls. Dancing dolls are they are icons in my eye. The takeaway here is for us, is for you to identify your builders. Man, I love this, y'all, myself. The takeaway here is to identify your messengers. Because both are essential and they are rarely the same person. Boy, this is good. But knowing your role, watch this, coaches. Freight, knowing your role. Freight, you can use this in your classroom. Knowing your role isn't enough. Y'all, I'm on the road tomorrow. Going to Florida A&M. Then over to Bethune-Cookman. It's one of my favorite trips. But knowing your role isn't good enough, Thad Moody. You actually need reps and reps compounded. Corey, knowing your role ain't enough. You need repetitions. You need to rep it. You need to compound the reps. You need to just keep getting better. Which takes me, where's my man? Which takes me to point number 2. Where my man? Who was that? Paul Miranda. Watch this. Rustin organized 3 marches on Washington before the one in 1963. That man said, Hatter, and take it serious. My player just got fired, came to practice on his cell phone. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Thank you, Fob. Fob. Where my man? Where my man? Hold up, y'all. Y'all got to get this now. Especially you coaches, especially you leaders. Rustin, Bayard Rustin, he organized 3 marches on Washington. You remember I just said now, it's not just enough knowing your role, just to know your role. You need reps in your role, and you need reps compounded. You got me? So this takes me to point 2, Paul Miranda. Rustin organized 3 marches in Washington before the March on Washington. He had the prayer pilgrimage in 1957. He had the youth marches in 1958 and 1959. So when he had only 8 weeks to plan the biggest demonstration in American history, he already knew how many toilets, how many doctors, how many buses, how many captains that he needed. Expertise compounded. Gosh, I just got some myself again. Shout out to Zubak. That's my man. Big Zoo going to Pacers. Boy. Halliburton get back. Oh, my God. Pacers will be back. But let me get back. Paul, you said one more time. Paul, here we go, Paul. Here we go, Paul. Paul. Did I tell you we got to identify messengers and all that, right? But My point number 2, Paul, Rustin is not just enough just to know your role. You need reps in your role, and you need reps compounded. So you have to rep it to know your role. Not just enough to know it, you got to be able to do it. You actually need reps compounded, which takes me to number 2. Rustin organized 3 marches before this march, right? Before the 1963 march, he had already did the prayer pilgrimage in 1957, and then he did the youth marches in 58, and then he did one in 59. So when he had only 8 weeks to plan the biggest demonstration in American history, he already knew how many toilets he was going to need in Washington. He already knew how many doctors he was going to need in Washington. He already knew how many bus captains he going to need and captains he going to need in Washington, because he had expertise, what? Compounded. And every march that he organized before 1963 prepared him for the one that mattered. When y'all in these gyms and shooting these shots and preparing yourself for the shot that matters. TSU, everybody in the SWAC, but I'm worried about TSU. Everything that Johnny Jones is sending this team through right now, he's preparing you. He's giving you reps. It's not just enough to know your role. He's giving you reps at your role, and so you can compound the reps at your role. So when when it matters, he's preparing you for the shot that matters in March in Atlanta at the SWAC championships. Y'all got me? This man Rustin. I know ain't nobody gonna tell the story like this. This is my story. But the takeaway here for you is, do not stress where you have not landed, or that job you ain't got, or that position. Don't stress. Take inventory of what you have done over and over again. If you can make that floater, make the floater. Don't try to shoot no 3. Don't try to go in there and get them trees and get your shot blocked every damn time. Shoot the floater. Take inventory of what you have done over and over again. That is the value you hold. And I'm talking about in business and life and whatever you do. And it's given to you by faith itself. And then, y'all, came the sacrifice. Paul, number 3 is the sacrifice. Every visionary has to make one. Listen to this. Watch this. Bayard Rustin, I've been talking about, and did all this work. Weeks before the march, NAACP chairman Roy Wilkins, right? Roy Wilkins refused to let Rustin lead publicly. Rustin wanted to speak at the march that he designed, that he made happen. And the reason that Roy said, no, man, they gonna mess up the message, because Rustin was gay. And in 1963, that alone would made him a liability. Ladies and gentlemen, he could have walked away and chose the march over the credit. I'm talking about he chose the march over the credit. He said, no, I ain't walking away. He could have walked away. Like most, they ain't letting me play. I'm taking my ball and go. They ain't let me play. He ain't let me play point guard. I'm gone. He ain't. I done played in all the games except one. I'm transferring. Chuck McGowan just I'm gone. He didn't. The man built the whole march. Bayard Rustin, Chuck, I'm talking about him. He the one, the architect of the March on Washington. He wanted to speak. But Roy Wilkins said, no, player, you can't speak, man. You're going to mess up the whole damn thing. The man could have walked away, and he chose this march is more important than me getting credit. The vision, watch this. The vision then outlasts their judgment. Because we still to this day talking about this thing happened in 1963. So the vision outlasts the judgment. It became the largest march in American history. And the takeaway for here is, watch this, is when the system, my young people, when the system undervalues you, know which war you are fighting. Are you fighting for your position or for the outcome? What this teaches all of us is that some people build the stage and some people have to take it. And they are rarely the same people. They're rarely both. But y'all, I had to tell y'all this story about Bayard Rustin, man. I had to. Now I can get to talking about some of these trades in the NBA. I can get to talking about this, but I thought that was. I had to share that with y'all, especially with what's going on right now. I'm just thinking about Austin Rivers. I kind of like him. But he was talking about the amount of players that Kevin Durant got drafted. He said it's a comedy. He said people say, well, how did he get him drafted? He ain't no GM. He ain't no owner. But I thought about this, Chuck, because everybody is looking for the next version of him. Everybody saw this 6'10" guy come down in the NBA. He was able to shoot. He was pass the dribble, be able to pass. He can dribble. He can score. Everybody in the NBA like, I want that. The whole league is a bunch of wings, y'all. He said they can't do nothing because people done drafted who they thought was the next Kevin Durant. He said they can't play a lick. He said in a pregame workout, y'all, because he with this with NBC. He said in their pregame workouts, and he would watch some of these guys shoot. Why? He said they'd be missing 8, 9, 10 shots in a row from the same spot. He was like, this dude in the NBA, but he have a 7'9". He's 7'9". I'm a 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. So they said, well, let's just keep working on him and maybe he'll get to be Kevin Durant. People thought they were going to get another Kevin Durant. Y'all, there hasn't been one since. And then one before him. He's one of one. Remember they talking about Thon Maker, the next Kevin Durant. Y'all, where he at? But I had to give you that. I'm watching something. Y'all, I got to play this. I got to play this video. I'm going to let y'all see it yourself. Watch this.
The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission has announced it has filed a subpoena against footwear giant Nike. The court order is part of an investigation into allegations of systemic race discrimination against white workers. The federal agency has subpoenaed information regarding the Beaverton-based company's DEI program, as well as hiring, promotion, and layoff data dating back to 2018. This comes as President Trump has pushed the Department of Justice to investigate DEI programs for private companies. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission.
Nicki Minaj, Snoop Dogg, Nelly. Did y'all hear that? Man, these folks done went freaking crazy. That man said he never heard that one before. Y'all, them 90 damn million people that didn't vote, them white women who voted for Trump, them Hispanics who voted for Trump, y'all get on my nerve. It's a lie, y'all. They just doing something to mess, something Nike ain't did for that, for this. Y'all, this is political. All somebody got to say. Too many black people got top jobs at Nike. These folks want everything, man. Craig, I told y'all when I was talking about Kamala and I was campaigning for Kamala, on the phones for Kamala. No, it's not a distraction, Herb. I mean, Brad, Craig, this how they feel. This how they really feel. See, y'all, Project 20, all of this stuff is Project 2025. This how they feel. But let me keep going. I saw something. I saw something. I ain't never seen this. I've been going to Super Bowl since 1960. Excuse me, since 1995, 94, 95. I've been going to the Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't never seen nothing like this. Watch this. Let me see. Watch this.
This is the line for the Bad Bunny press conference. The press conference begins at 10 a.m.
This the line for the press conference. So they can ask him all them ignorant ass questions about this damn fool in the White House. Bad Bunny. That's the line. Hold up, I got something else for you. But they didn't want him to be there. Jay-Z, why did you do him? Jay-Z knew what the hell he was doing. Y'all, my friends up there said they ain't never seen nothing like this before. Wasn't like this for the Kendrick Lamar press conference. What's the good Rihanna press conference? The Beyonce concert press conference. It's so political. This is political too. Because you remember they talking about they're going to send ICE agents to everybody out there. Yeah. Y'all. People talking about trades. Any more trades that happen? Kaminga. That man said the world renowned Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is world renowned. Bad Bunny's so cool. You upgrade your damn iPhone, your iPods, right? I can translate this. What he's singing in Spanish, I'm supposed to be able to translate it. I got my iPods on, listen to the TV, and it's going to say it to me in English. I ain't said it for y'all to go buy this crap. But Kaminga, no, before I go to Kaminga, tell me he want to get traded. He got traded. We got so he going Atlanta Hawks, gonna sit on the bench at Atlanta Hawks because he ain't better than them dudes in front of him. But I saw something else today. I'm gonna hit y'all with. I'm gonna be facetious, but it's good to see that Draymond Green still has influence over Michigan State basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, this boy Jeremy Fears, what we gonna do about his ass? Y'all watch this. Watch this. Watch this. The same guy. Trip this guy. Watch this. Watch this next one. Watch he kick this guy up between his legs. Watch this. Trip this guy intentionally. Then he go hit this guy in the face. Then he tripped this guy. He did the same thing in Michigan to Lindenberg. What's wrong? This ain't nothing about Phil Knight, man. It's the work. They don't kill them. Phil Knight, they love Phil Knight. They don't want you black folks being in positions of power around them. Got nothing to do with Phil Knight. Phil Knight, one of them. That is Moody. Got to critically think now. But we're talking about this little old crazy-ass kid. And I don't want to hear about he fiery. Him and his little old crazy-ass brother. At least 6 dirty plays, man, in the last 2 games. He's trying to injure an opposing player, and he need to be punished. Y'all see that? Let me see what Izzo had to say.
I'd like to know if he hit somebody when he killed. I thought he got pushed, and
the video shows his leg going off and hitting him.
It does hit him. Then he deserved it. Then that was a good call. I didn't see that, and I didn't think he got hit first. Well, which he did because they called the foul, but immaturity and you know what? If he plays that way, he deserves it. Okay? And he ain't gonna play that way if I bench him the next game. I think things got blown up in the last game that when that stuff goes public, then you gotta really deal with it. You know, that's private between a coach and a coach or the front office. But once it goes to you guys, then it gets blown up. If he deserves it, good for him. You know, I've had it with that too. That's not what I teach. That's not what I coach. I like.
Let me keep going. Y'all know I want to say something, but I'm not saying it. What about this?
How much different college hoops are to like when you were playing college hoops with like NIL and, you know, the transfer portal, you know, it almost feels like the league.
Older guys.
Older
too.
guys.
Yeah, now, I mean, guys coming out young, but when I came in, we had none but juniors and seniors damn near on my team. So that was one of the reasons why I chose Memphis too, because, you know, older guys mean that you're more mature and you're disciplined.
How do you think like your approach to college hoops might have been different if like NIL was a thing back when you were playing?
I probably wouldn't have worked out that much, to
Really?
be honest.
Why?
Yeah, because I feel like, I mean, I'm dealing with that with my son or asking a lot of questions and people are giving me suggestions on what to do. But until he gets there, we don't know what we're going to do. But it would have messed with my drive, for sure. If I would have had $20,000 or $10,000 in my account, let alone $100,000 or $1 million, bro, I would not be in the gym like that. Yeah, I was still hurting while I was in college. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like I made it.
And even thinking about like the opportunity of the transfer portal where you could just go to another school, play the next year,
Yeah.
no redshirting, no like you have to sit for a minimum amount of time. I feel like they treat college hoops like it's the league, plus with the brand deals and the NIL shit. It's like
It is. It's a cost though. Just know it's a cost with everything. So yes, you go in there. Yes, you doing that. Yes, you want to leave. But at the same time, you're not showing no loyalty from who started off with you or who gave you your first shot, and it's a cost.
That's a fact. How much different?
How y'all feel? How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel? Some giving it to you real early. You didn't have to really work for it. You just giving it to you because, you know, it's the sign of the times. How do y'all feel about NBA players like this kid the other day want to go back to college? He tried the NBA, it wasn't good for him, so they want to come back to college and fulfill the rest of the day. Max Kellerman said something. He said, who cares if an NBA player goes back to college? Do y'all care? Tell me you care. Do y'all care? Y'all can ask both of these questions. We good enough to ask. We can go back and forth. We can talk about what Derrick Rose was talking about, the NIL, not being hungry, and we can talk about Max Kellerman. He said, "Who cares?" Paul. I'm Paul. I didn't get to the point that I don't care either. And Matt Kellerman said something. He said, I wouldn't have cared 20 years ago either. And he said, I don't even care now. I don't care. You go back to college if you have eligibility to play college. Why is everybody so bent out of shape like Brandon Weefall talking about he don't like it? People get in a habit of the world being a certain way. And when things change, like on the little Saturday Night Live skit he said about the grumpy old man, Dana Carvey, he just complaining about the world. And he said one thing that killed him. He said when he would say, I don't know, I don't like things compared to the way they used to be. You know, the old man come on there. And then he said, now we got microwave ovens. You can bake a potato in a few minutes. In my day, you had to take off work to bake a potato. Y'all, sometimes things get better or change. I'm glad I'm going against you on this one. I think it's okay to let Amari Bailey go back to college. Let him play. I don't care. And when I thought about it, first I was like, but now I don't care. It's a lot of things I don't like. But I don't care. Somebody called and asked me about that. I had to get it out, y'all. What else? What else I had for y'all? Hold on. Then, what time is it? Then they were telling me about, they said, if you want to talk about basketball in the US being in a bad space, they said, cool. But just don't blame AAU. This is what they said. You know, I said summer basketball. Because he said, watch this now. From September to middle of October, don't high school teams play fall league? From October to March is high school basketball. From March to May, spring travel ball tournaments, just March through May, January, February, March, April, May. June through July is high school live period. Then from July to August is summer live period. Then they ask the question, when do kids get a chance to develop? When do the kids get a chance to develop? Somebody pull up the camera calendar for me. From September to the middle of October, it's the fall league. That's high school basketball. From October to March, high school basketball. So from September to March, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That's 6 months. High school basketball. Then from March to May, 3 months, spring travel ball tournaments. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. Then from Then from June to July, it's high school live period. That's 2 more months. Then from July to August, it's the summer live period. Then September, the high school start back over. Boy, I wish I had all them old mess ass folks used to be on here. You know, we done got rid of their ass off all them grassroots folks. We done got that. They just sit back and listen because they know I don't talk about that this stuff no more. So they go find them somewhere else to go talk about that mess. But no, yeah, but I'm just yeah. You said March, yeah. No. March through July. High school live period, man. They said from July to June, June and July. I said the high school live period that they play in the summer. What are you talking about, Fob? All I'm saying, when do the kids have time to develop? Y'all, I don't even get, hey, don't put no more dates up there. I don't give a fat rat's ass about the dates. When do the people have time? I don't give a fat, man, I just said I don't give a fat rat's ass about no date that you putting up on the screen. My point was, when do the kids have a chance to develop? And now one of y'all to put that up there. Y'all putting all these damn dates up there. I don't give a fat rat's ass about the dates. I don't care about no dates. I don't care about what's wrong. I don't care that's not true. When do the kids, answer that question. When do the kids have a chance to develop? I don't care about no dates. It seems like high school has a lot of goddamn these kids' time. But we blaming it on summer. Develop in practice? They develop in practice? Okay. With a whole lot of players which y'all developing in practice when you're doing team stuff in practice? Time 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. So that's the time. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. So kids, $5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. That's your time to develop. Because it seems like your teams gonna have you playing. It ain't but 12 months. That man said, calm down, don't nobody. Well, if you don't know, I ain't nobody. You came on the show 4 hours damn late. The show damn near finna be off. And don't you bring your ass on this show telling me what to do. Kenneth Howell. My question was, when do kids get a chance to develop? And I just said that 10 damn times. So you don't like the way I'm talking? Go off, get off. I'm just sick of people always lying. They blame everything on AAU. Blame everything on summer basketball. But from September to middle of October, it's the fall league. From October to March, it's high school basketball. From March to the spring, it's travel basketball and tournaments. But in June and July, these kids got to come back from high school. Come back to their high school and go and do some live period in high school. I don't know the dates, but they said either in June or July. And then in July and August, it's the summer live period. So my question, if you had to get your ass on here in the right time, is when do kids get a chance to develop? And Paul Miranda, with his brilliant self, came on and said, Robert, from 5 to 10, Monday through, what else you said? So yeah, Monday through Friday. So then they got to put their homework. They got to get their homework in there. They got to do their other stuff up in there. That's what I'm telling. Don't come on here telling me how to do. I'm tired. I've been on this show for 9 years trying to get this stuff right. I don't know what you've been doing in 9 years, but I've been on this show and I've been out in this community trying to get this thing right. But everybody want to bring the summer, coach. Everybody want to bring the summer. I care. I care. Unlike you, I care. The man said kids need to play more, pick up, and let. I just said, when do they get, hear the question again. When do kids get a chance to develop? My problem is y'all putting up stuff on the screen that I ain't even asking y'all for. I'm the one came up with this. Y'all didn't. When do kids get a chance to develop? Because they're playing all year long. So you saying develop. What y'all saying to me is you got to develop while you're playing. August through October. Man, when them kids get to school, wait a minute, whoa. When do school start? Somebody put it up there. When do school start? Somebody help me. When do school start? When do school come? When do school start? Anybody? When? That's what I'm saying. So when y'all putting other stuff up there, and then we got people just butting in, I don't care about the dates. People keep putting dates up there. Well, like he talking about August through October. I ask you, when does school start? And nobody done put that up there yet. What? School start in August. So it's no activity period. So no player. So from what, hold up, from what this man here saying, I'm in high school. I ain't doing nothing in high school. I ain't got no activity period. I ain't got nothing. I ain't playing no basketball from August to October. There are no team activities. Homeboy, I've seen them having team activities. I've seen them. Activities period starts when school get in. So they doing something. So all high school basketball, they doing something high school basketball related. See, this, don't try to fool the system. As soon as they get to school. Fall league, September to October. What about fall league? That's high school. maybe y'all ain't hearing me. Hold up. I got, man, they told me this is the best microphone in the business. And somebody ain't hearing me. Thank you. Ricky Scott. Most high school have fall ball during these times. So kids are playing. Five, you need to quit. How many times a week when school was in did you work Lil Rob out? Every day. But every parent ain't gonna do like I did. I don't even expect that out of no other parent. To get up that early in the morning. I did it because I love my son. I want him to get better at basketball. I don't expect, listen, I'm glad Trey put that up there. He asked me how many times a week did I, every day. Every day we doing something, if it's just shooting free throws. But I don't expect that. I don't expect, everybody ain't gonna do that. During the summer, we had basketball camps, Monday through Friday, for fall. Fall, if you didn't play football, you ran cross country. No, we ain't talking about y'all, what y'all did a long time ago. We ain't talking about that. No. We talking about right now. We ain't talking about what y'all did a long time ago. You said they are lifting, conditioning, and shooting around. They don't go to practice and just sit around. I don't know what you're talking about there, Craig. I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm talking about if you're doing something, my question was, when do the kids get a chance to develop? Fob, I know you talking about, Fob, I know what you talking about Atlanta. I'm talking about universal. I'm giving you a template. But the key was not the dates. Y'all, how many minutes I got? 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I got pissed, because y'all started writing dates down, talking about that's not true. I'm not talking about the dates. I gave you a template because they said, hold up, let me help y'all out, because y'all still don't understand, because y'all still trying to prove to me that you were. They said, this letter I got said, if you want to talk about basketball in the USA being in a bad space, cool. Just don't blame AAU. So I gave y'all a template. I didn't say these were concrete days. I'm just saying from September to the middle of October, they in fall league. From October to March, high school basketball. From March to May, spring travel. From June to June to July, high school live period. From July to August is live period. And the question after that was, when do kids get a chance to develop? And all I got was people, well, that date ain't true. That date ain't true. I don't care about the dates. I wasn't caring about the dates. We arguing about dates. My thing was, we putting everything on AAU and summer basketball. When do kids get a chance to develop? That's all I asked. And then everybody got up here and started putting dates up here. That's what I was trying to prevent. Kenneth Howell. Because Kenneth Howell, people come on here and just have selective listening. They come in the middle of a conversation and come in interested. Just sit down and see what we're talking about first before we get to comment. That's all I'm saying. He said we get the individual work early in the morning before school around 5 a.m. late. Thank you, Jay. Jay saying just the time when y'all need to develop your kid. I was trying to help somebody before I was so rudely interrupted. All I'm trying to do, Mr. D3, Dr. 3, we can't keep blaming people. There goes Thad Moody. He ain't heard Richard yet. He's still talking about Chicago the week before Labor Day. That's all I'm trying to figure out, y'all. Is somebody emailed me and sent that to me, Ken Howard. They didn't care nothing about no dates. They said, when do the kids get a chance? And Trey Phillips, you said it, so key. You said, Robert, what did I do? And I don't have to use one. I don't like to use, because somebody might have a better idea than I got. I just said, I knew that the school was going to have my son for 8 hours. Right? That's more time than I spend with him. Especially when he go over his mama's house. So I was trying to figure out, how do I get in? So homeboy, we getting up early. And when y'all finish this little practice, y'all high school practice, we go in here and go play against these grown men at 24-hour fitness and at what's the name? Westside Tennis Club. Then you eat, go do your homework. Then we're gonna crank this thing over again. Now Sunday, church, I didn't like it. But I wanted to work out with him, but now, she run off with him sometime on Sunday. So what I did was I said, look. Let's say. I said, son, you talking about you want to get better than everybody else, right? So you saying you want to miss every Sunday. You want every Sunday, right? So how many Sundays are there in a year? He said around 50 something, 52 2 weeks of it. I said, so it's 50 some Sundays in a year, right? That's almost 2 months that you ain't working out. $52 weeks, 52 Sundays. That man said, I used to be at youth service when I would see y'all at church. Trey Phillips, you know it. Hey, but coach, if he with me, we going to work out. Because I knew I wanted to shorten that 52. Coach, did y'all hear what I just said? Dr. 3. I explained it to him, player. You want Sunday off, right? Even if Sunday we just shooting free throws. I ain't saying you got to get in and run your body all day, but do something. You say you want to play college basketball. And now they giving y'all NIL money? And you taking off on Sunday? That means that's almost 2 months that somebody else get better. And I know, listen, if you ain't trying to be the best, sacrifice. I just told you, if you ain't trying to be the best, I understand. But if your ass trying to be the best, now don't run your body in the ground. It's certain times a year now like right after summer basketball season comes out, oh, we rest for 2 weeks. I give his body a chance right after summer basketball, nothing. Go on vacation. Let's go. Go on vacation. You go wherever you want. Go rest your body. But as soon as them 2 weeks up, we back in the gym. Back in the gym. Y'all, I'm glad Trey told me that, but Coach Trey, I forgot. Trey, it was just a way of life with us. I had a midget. I had, excuse me, I should say that. I had a shorty. I didn't have no dude 6'8". A guard got to be the baddest thing in the world to be a guard. You got to be the best shooter, the best dribbler, the hustler, the best defender. You got so many things. Them big guys, all they got to do is sometimes be tall. But a guard in the state of Texas, in the city of Houston, he's got to be something that somebody gonna say, who is that when he left the gym? And then be able to go study and be a straight A student too. Because if that don't happen, none of this don't happen. But I told him, you ain't got to go get no job at the grocery store in high school. No. Your job is to work out and to get good grades. And I got you. Sacrifice sometimes reach your goal. Absolutely. Nowadays, some of these kids go too hard and are prone to injury. Absolutely. Boy, we watched our bodies. Cause I had a little skinny little thing, man. I was just trying to make him strong. He was getting strong because he didn't like to lift weights at first. Me and him talked about it the other day. Now he loves to lift weights. Oh, y'all him? Well, yeah, I'm in the gym. I said, I remember when he first, when he first couldn't. What's the body pull-ups when you pull your arms up? He couldn't do one. I never forget. He said, "Dad, you remember I couldn't do one." The man said, "You got to be special." Yeah. That was for the question regarding when does school start. Oh, okay. I got you. Does goes in today's sermon, parents have to be early to identify your kid's position and prepare him, knowing the position he can know his role. Thank you, Paul Miranda. Man, I miss Paul Miranda, man. Paul, I miss you arguing with me though, Paul. I don't like agreeing with you, Paul. Paul, I like you to disagree with me. That's why I love Ken Howell. I like people that disagree with me. Y'all, I ain't had no outbursts like that in a long time. That kind of felt good. But when it's about these kids and they development, man, y'all, I'm passionate about it. I know I got to get out of here because I got some things I got to do. And then I'm leaving tomorrow. TSU plays on Saturday. Let me get the time. TSU, the men and women play on Saturday. Let me get that information for y'all so y'all can tune in. Go download the KTSU app if you don't have it, and you can get a chance to listen to old Robert Hatter and my main man Jay Holloway. Let's see. Let me go to the women's because I like to go to the women's first. Hit the women's. Come on, y'all. Give me the women's. Okay, so the men play. See, the women play tonight. The women play tonight. Let me go to the women, man, because the women's first. Because I don't want what you call the Title IX stuff on me. Let me go to the women first. Let me see. Did somebody say something while I was gone? Let me see. 3 basketball books, bed, 8 hours. 3 B's. Okay, I like that. But hold on. Let me see what my girls doing tonight. They play tonight at 6 p.m. Bethune-Cookman tonight at 6 p.m. I think it's on SWAC TV. Yeah, it's on SWAC TV tonight. So you can watch that. And then on Saturday, let me see what them women do on Saturday. I'm not going to be with them tonight, but I will be with the women on Saturday at Tallahassee at my favorite. I like them. I like them Florida schools. At FAMU. Hold on. Where my FAMU at? The women start at 3 p.m. and the men start right after the women's. Okay? So I'll be on that call, download the app at 3 o'clock the women. Hey man, I have fun doing the women's game, so y'all need to listen to both games. I know y'all don't have that time. Just put the thing in your ear and go do whatever else you want to do. Just put it in your ear. And if you have my number, tell me you're watching, and I'll shout you out. And then if you don't have my number, go to Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com and say, I'm watching the show, Rob. I ain't got your number. I'm watching the show. And I'm going to shout you out too. All right. He said, Hatter, we already arguing enough that we are in the same page now. You said it's been 9 years. God. Okay, and the guys play guys play at 5. So the guys usually play 2 hours behind the girls. But y'all, come on, watch. I want everybody listening this weekend. And then on Monday night, after that game, the ladies go back to Houston on Saturday. Wait a minute, on Saturday, on Sunday, maybe Saturday or Sunday. But men stay over. We drive over to Bethune-Cookman, and then we're gonna play them Monday night. They got some dudes. They got 2 dudes. Yeah. They got 2 dudes, man. And it's they got that Terrio Morris and Doc Bradley. They got hey, I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait to see these games. I'm gonna be up close and personal. And those 2 games might be on. Y'all can see y'all can listen to it on SWAC TV, right? But you can turn them down and just listen to us on the KTSU broadcast. All right. Everybody got me? So let me get out of here, man. It's a little sunshine. I might go hit this ball for a second. But I'll see y'all later. All right, I'm out. Bye.